About to get underway with the under 15As against Hudson Park on Somerset Field. Awesome to have Hudson Park come up from East London on an awesome day in Grahamstown today. Sun shining, perfect winter's day, and the kickoff has started. So underway, Graeme College, Hudson Park under 15As. Great break by Graeme up the centre, taking them into the Hudson half. Just come off from the under 14A match where Graeme managed to stop Hudson Park from getting on the board today. So it was an awesome result from Graeme College under 14As. The under 14s coming through with a 26-0 victory over Hudson Park. Minute down. And the Hudson Park under 15A versus Graeme College on Somerset Field in Makanda, Grahamstown. Just like to thank all those who are tuning into the YouTube channel. Not everyone can make it to the field, and I'm sure hopefully everything will be working, and we'll have a good production today of the under 15-18 match. A bit later on today, our third team will be taking on Winterberg first. So we also look forward to having the Winterberg team coming down. What a great running by Graeme College, going through a try just to the left of the post, managing to break through Hudson's defence. So Graeme early on the board, 2 minutes of play. 2.5 minutes of play, Graeme College 5 points up. Conversion not going over. Score remains 5 points to 0. We have 3.5 minutes so on the clock. Hudson kicking back in. Great take in by Graeme College, but losing the ball forward. And Hudson in control at the moment. Hudson unfortunately knocking on. Scrum down, Graeme College ball. The first scrum of the match. Hudson trying to use some of their big boys to get through the Graeme College defence, but the defence is standing firm at the moment. And little chip ahead. Got him by Graeme College. And Hudson putting the pressure on right now. Graeme closing in on their 22. Graeme going out wide, trying to get the ball to the side. Skipping one there. So Graeme now taking the play right up to Hudson's 22. Some great little breaks by the Graeme College players, and there they go again, managing to get under the poles. Graeme managing in both times of getting into the Hudson Park 22, managing to convert that to tries. So Graeme going up to 10 points with a conversion to come. Didn't quite check if that conversion was over, and we got confirmation now the conversion was over, taking Graeme up to 12 points in the first 7 or so minutes of the game. Graeme going wide again, managing to get some space. Some great running by the Graeme College boys, really having to put in the pace and getting the ball back. But I'm sure they're going to go back for the high tackle. And see if Graeme can convert that to points now. And Graeme going over for their third try, managing to get through Hudson's defences when they get into the 22, and that takes Graeme College's score up to 17. Conversion not over. They go back. Hudson Park kicking into Graeme. Graeme's off. So Graeme going in the first 10 points, managing to go up to 17 points, managing to get through Hudson's defences quite easily at the moment. Hudson will need to tighten up their defensive line. Great taken by Graeme College there, looking to go wide again. Getting the ball right down the back, and Graeme on the run again. Ball being adjudicated going forward. It'll be scrum down, Hudson Park ball on the Graeme College, or just after the Graeme College 10-meter line. And Hudson Park now back on the attack. Great scrum at Graeme College. Ball coming back on their side. And getting the ball out wide again. Unfortunately dropping the ball not going to hand when they try to pass it. And Hudson Park back on the offensive. And the tackle by Graeme. And Hudson Park going to see if they can make something out of it. Unfortunately knocking the ball on, and ball going back into Graeme College's hands. And yeah, a few handling errors, just letting them down a bit. And play back in the Hudson Park half. So Hudson being a little bit scrappy at the moment. Quite a few knock-ons. Let's see if they can make something of this. 10-12 meters being made there, not letting go, penalty against Graeme College. And a great move by Hudson, getting down. I'm sure they're going to kick that. Unfortunately not that far, but getting it. It doesn't look like he made it in, but it went straight into hand. Hudson Park still in control. Hard tackle there by Graeme College. Hudson Park still managing to keep in control of the ball. Unfortunately, ball going nowhere there in the pass. But Graeme not capitalizing on Hudson's mistake right there. Ball going a bit back and forth at the moment, but with Hudson still in control. Few handling errors there, putting Hudson under a bit of pressure, and Graeme kicking for ground, making ground almost up to Hudson's 22, and Hudson going with a quick throw in there. Not sure that was the best option right there. Great little catch there by the Graeme, but unfortunately going into touch. Pass not going to ground again, but then again ball lost in a tackle. And a great kick by Hudson, taking play up to the halfway line. Going back to a penalty against Graeme College. Graeme need to get back, get the defensive line in play, and they've taken it quickly. Unfortunately running straight into Graeme College defence. So Hudson been in control in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Gaining ground slowly. up into the Graeme College 22. Let's see if they can make something of this. Graeme defence has been good at the moment. Another great tackle by Graeme College. So Hudson Park making a lot of moves but not making that much ground. They were in the 22 just now, but ball going backwards and Graeme keeping them out. Great pass down the side. Just one defence to go and try down for Hudson Park. So Hudson making something out of that move, taking a lot of putting a lot of pressure on Graeme College, managing to break those defensive lines and then getting that ball wide and try down to Hudson Park. So well done to the Hudson Park guys, taking them up to 5 points. It's just under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Conversion over, taking Hudson Park up to 7 points. So we're looking at 17 points to 7 with 8 minutes to go in the first half. Deep kick. Going to touch in Hudson Park's 22. Unfortunately, ball not going in straight. You can see it taking on the wrong side there on the line out. We scrum down Hudson Park ball inside their 22, so Graeme not using the opportunity at the moment. They had a great opportunity to get some more points on the board. Hudson seem to have got a bit of motivation from their last try, pushing the ball forward, kicking for space, and a great follow-up by the Hudson Park boys, catching in the ball, leaving it open, and Hudson Park going in for another try. So Graeme defensive, leaving themselves a bit open there, and Hudson Park taking full use of the opportunity. So currently 3 tries to 2. Hudson Park with still a conversion to come, could take their score up to 14 points, making it a 3-point game. Going into the last 5 or so minutes of the first half. And conversion over. So 17-14. 5.5 minutes on the clock in the first half. Graeme kicking in. Graeme College player running out of defence there, just hoping he can get the ball back. Ball coming back, Graeme College. Let's see if they can make something of this. Needing to try and finish off the first half with some points on the board. Hudson Park have the ball now on their 22. Chipping it ahead. But looks like going straight into touch. I think it was taken back into their 22, so the line out to Graeme College just outside the Hudson Park 22-meter line. Graeme taking the ball in this time. Better line out. The maul going forward now. Nice rolling maul by Graeme College. Ball coming out. Maybe the ref being a bit quick on that decision. But scrum down, Hudson Park ball. 4 minutes left. 3.5 on the clock. With Hudson Park to throw in just inside their 22-meter line. So Graeme running back after the kick ahead. Ball going backwards there. Graeme College getting a penalty just inside Hudson Park's half. 2.5 minutes left on the clock in the first half. And Graeme going to try and make some ground with a kick. Line out just outside Hudson Park's 22 with Graeme College to throw in. Just what we say, just got to give a shout out to some of the guys that really helped Graeme College. We've got Buco, Thirsties, and with the live streaming we have GNet. They provide us with backup line to make the live streaming possible, so we can have uninterrupted internet access through GNet. So a big shout out to the guys at GNet. Great run by Graeme College, right on the try line. And try, Graeme College. 1 minute 20 odd seconds left on the clock in the first half, and Graeme managing to edge ahead with another 5 points, and hopefully for them they get the conversion over. Most probably one of the harder kicks of the half. Great conversion, taking Graeme up to 24. Ref calling it half time, and Graeme College with an 8-point lead 10-point lead, 24-14. Ref calling the guys in to start the second half. "25 minutes left of the under 15A team. After that we have the under 16As, and then Graeme College thirds will be taking on Winterberg Agricultural High School. That will be our third team match, and then we will have the seconds against and the first against Hudson Park. Please, if you have a look, we have a playlist. We do switch over to different matches. It's not one continuous stream for the day. We do switch over to different individual matches on the stream, but we do have a playlist. So if you just search Graeme Sports Live, look for the Hudson Park Graeme College playlist, and you'll find a link to all the matches that we'll be live streaming today. This is an in-house production. It is what's done by the school's AV club. So, yeah, please don't expect perfection, but we will try and get a good production out there. And we enter the second half. Graeme College hopefully wanting to start off where they ended off in the last month, but unfortunately penalty against them. And a quick tap by Hudson Park. They're leaving Graeme, making sure they don't get past, but they're getting close. Inside the Graeme College 22-meter, and both teams have been quite quite lethal when they do get into the 22. They have been scoring to points, so I'm sure Hudson Park, Graeme just managing to keep them out there, but Hudson Park going up for a try in the first minute of the second half. Hudson Park not getting the conversion this time. Score remaining 24-19. 5 points in the match, 1 try, converted try would put Hudson in the lead. So everything to play for with 23 minutes left on the clock. It looks like it's going to be a game till the final whistle. Both teams making some mistakes on the handling error, and I think it's cost them both. Graeme managed to get the ball after the kickoff. Great run by Graeme into Hudson Park's 22. Going back to a knock on by Hudson Park. Scrum down Graeme College. About 5 meters outside Hudson Park's 22-meter line. Penalty to Hudson Park, taking it quickly, but Graeme defence there, kicking forward. Not being held in the tackle, ball going back. Unfortunately, a few handling skills, and it will be penalty against Hudson Park. Talking back to the ref, but Graeme taking it quickly. And unfortunately the handling errors just seem to be there today. Ball going back and forth with lots of advantage being played, but handling errors, lots of knock-ons from both sides. And there again, unfortunately the ref not taking any of the back chat from the players today. So there seems to be lots of talking. I think players just need to settle down and play the game. With Graeme on the attack. Graeme not managing to get past the Hudson defensive line at the moment. and kicking for space now from inside their 22. And a great kick by Graeme College. Big tackle by Graeme College. Going forward, putting pressure on Hudson Park. And so Hudson Park under a bit of pressure at the moment. Some good running by Graeme College, taking the score up the pace up into their 22-meter line. We know they've been dangerous in the past from this close. So Hudson Park under some serious pressure right now. Ball on the 5-meter line. Graeme College on the attack. And Graeme going over, adding 5 to their total. Putting a lot of pressure on Hudson Park the last minute or so, but ball going back and forth. Quite a few handling errors on both sides. But Graeme coming on top and going over the line. Conversion over, another 2 to Graeme, putting them just over the 30. So 31-19 with 17 minutes left on the clock. Graeme having a great run. Unfortunately, no one home when the ball was thrown. And Graeme unfortunately losing a good opportunity there to get another 5 points on the board. Line out. Graeme College ball just outside their 22. You can see how the ball's going from side to side. Line out. Graeme College ball. Unfortunately, seems to be a lot of back chat to the ref during the game. And captains need to have a chat to their teams, I think, and just get in order. Line out. Graeme College ball. It was just stopped for an injury, but player back up and running again. And play will continue. 13 minutes left on the clock. Line out, Graeme College ball. Graeme kicking for ground. And Hudson Park. Play back inside the Hudson Park half, but with Hudson Park in control. So Graeme, great run down the side. Graeme back on the attack. Ball definitely going from side to side at the moment. Opposite teams are capitalizing on the mistakes. And yeah, been a back and forth rugby match. No team really dominant. But with Graeme in control at the moment. Graeme being a little bit more structured at the moment, getting their players in. And what a great pass, great move, great run by Graeme College. And unfortunately just knocking it forward, right on the line, scrum down. Graeme was just unfortunate, good tackle, maybe a possibly try saving tackle by Hudson Park there. But Graeme just knocking the ball forward. Scrum down. Hudson Park ball on their 5 metre line. Hudson Park going for touch. Good clearance. Graeme throwing in quickly. Running the ball down the other side. Graeme now back inside the 22. And penalty against Hudson Park for Graeme taking it quick. Great little twisty run and try down for Graeme College, taking advantage of possibly some guys were worried about the ref in that decision and not worrying about the play. And another 5 points to Graeme College with just under 10 minutes left on the clock. Conversion over, taking Graeme up to 38 points. I have it 38 points to 19. I just need to confirm scoreboard saying 38-22. I just need to confirm if Hudson did kick over a penalty. I didn't see it myself, but great pick up by the Graeme College boy. Okay, now on the 10 metre line, Graeme College 10 metre line. Great passion by the Graeme College players at the moment. Just needing to keep those ball handling skills in play, but unfortunately there, ball going backwards, the ref says. And pass out wide, and their pass not going to ground. Now Hudson Park in control. And play just outside the Graeme College 22-meter line. And they, Hudson Park holding on the ball, and penalty to Graeme College. So Hudson Park just running away from his supporters there, and Graeme going in quick to get that ball. Just confirming score being 38 points to 19. I just had it wrong on the scoreboard for a while. So currently score is 38 points to 19 with Hudson Park on the attack, and unfortunately just knocking on. I think we don't really see the amount of dew that was on the field. We were very moist in Grahamstown this morning. I think our ball is a little bit slippery right now. Good passing by the Graeme College boys, getting a good break, getting through 2-3 tackles. Good tackle. Looks like the ref. Very good hard tackle on the Graeme College boy, but now line out. Hudson Park. Throw in. Hudson Park still under control just outside the 22-meter line. Deciding it's going to take a run for it. And Graeme just managing to get hold of the Hudson Park boy, putting him to touch. A line out just inside the Graeme College half. We have just over 3 minutes left on the clock. Graeme College line out just inside their half. Push it ball. On the halfway line, Graeme College on attack, making 5 meters, and a great little break by the Graeme College player. Inside the 22-meter line, Graeme College still in control. They've been dangerous from this position before. They're getting close to the 5-meter line at the moment, with Graeme still in control. Right on the try line. Graeme College in control, but knocking on. Scrum down, Hudson Park. So just a little mistake just before the line, and it'll be Hudson Park to throw in. 2 minutes left on the clock. Hudson Park kicking for distance. And Hudson Park in control, having one player to beat, but looks like he's been tackled into sideline, and it will be line out ball, Graeme College. Just over 1 minute on the clock. Both teams are having a tough day out there with a bit of a slippery ball, as I've heard. I went and chatted to one of the coaches, said that ground's still a bit wet, a bit slippery. And knock on Graeme College, but Hudson Park still in control. Having a great run down the side. And Graeme College coming away with the ball. Graeme College still in control. Ball being a bit scrappy at the moment. Great little pass out to the side. Some good running, but unfortunately going into touch. And I have time up from my side. Ref calling it a game. And great win for Graeme College, 38 points to 19. Thanks for the guys who signed in and watched the match on YouTube. I'm going to be turning off, switching over to the under 16 match. Hopefully we have some schoolboys commentating in the under 16 match, trying to get everybody involved in the school with the live streaming.